Hey everybody, it's Sunrider and welcome back to Sunrider Liberation Day, the Return chapter. Rather than last we left off when we killed a saga for the second time. This time we're gonna try to not do that, in the sense that now we're actually going to attempt to do the saga's route. We've gone all around, and now it's time to come right back to the first. Nobody else is going to believe a wacky story like this, except for Asaga. Well, that and she's kind of programmed at this point to believe you, seeing as how she's head over freaking heels for you, in a way that is really tragic, considering and those two deaths I put her through who are even more depressing because of this. The ship's ace pilot and self-proclaimed hero of justice would of course be more than eager to join this secret mission to save the galaxy. No other person in S.H.I.E.L.D.'s entourage had a bigger enthusiasm for crackerjack adventures. Alright, I've made my decision. We're going to recruit Asaga. Come on, let's go find her. Okay, let's go. T-minus 63 hours. Knowing Asaga, she would most likely be in the hangar practicing in the simulator. Shields and Claude snuck onto the floor of Deck 2 and headed to the Blackjack, hidden amongst the steel frames of the Rider bays. Sure enough, they found Asaga hanging out around her rider with a distant face. What was I doing? I've been losing my temper so easily lately. I hope Sola doesn't start hating me. Well, no, but I almost started hating you because of the way you were treating Sola. I'm just gonna say that real quick. Don't like seeing you put her through that shit. I'll have to apologize to her later. After all, Sola's the only person I have left now. Okay, you shouldn't want to apologize to her just because she's the last person you have left. No. It should be more like she's very loyal to you, and don't be a dick. That's a very important part right there. I think the most important part is just don't be an ass. Shields whispered to Asaga, cutting into her thoughts. Hey, little mama, let me whisper in your ear. Psst, Asaga, over here. Oh! Captain? Something the matter. Yeah, I need your help. It's kind of an emergency. The safety of the ship. No, the entire galaxy is at stake. Those were the only words needed to snap Asaga out of her doldrums. Oh, right, I'll be right over. Asaga joined the two time travelers in a secluded corner of the hangar. The trio whispered to each other. So, what's the situation, Captain? Shields thought to himself as to how best to explain the obviously very convoluted situation to Asaga. By saying it in the most convoluted way possible, of course. It turns out you are right after all, and Chigara really is a prototype. I had the doctor here run a more detailed biometric scan, and there's no question about it anymore. She really was a spy all this time. Asaga's eyes lit up with excitement. Excitement? Okay. I don't know about excitement, maybe. This is her best friend. Although, considering that at this point she has been kind of losing it and growing more jealous, around this time she may actually be more excited to learn that she can put her friend in a cage. I knew it. Somehow I could feel it in my gut, you know? I'm glad it wasn't just me going crazy. So, are you going to detain her? Sorry, it gets convoluted. That's the problem. We can't do anything which will tip off the prototypes that we're onto them. Everything I've just said is top secret, spoken between just the three of us, okay? In fact, I'll just play along with Chigara like I've done in the past. We'll be working in the shadows to unravel their plot, but publicly we're all still being fooled. Understood, Captain. So, do you know what exactly the prototypes plan to do? That is... Now, this was where things got really complicated. 3 days from now, we'll have defeated Pact and liberated Sarah, but the whole thing's a trap to gather Admiral Grey and the entire Alliance military leadership all into a single victory celebration, where the prototypes will spring their trap and massacre everyone. The ringleader of the trap will be Chigara. I see. So basically, we have 3 days to stop this mass assassination from happening, without tipping the prototypes off they've been found out. Yeah, that's basically the situation. And why isn't she questioning the fact that we... Okay, like we're gonna beat the fucking beat the prototypes and within 3 days and then have a celebration. This is guaranteed. Okay, all right. This sounds exactly like the plot line to some spy film. Sign me up, Captain. Shield sighed in relief at how easily Asaga just accepted the situation. Oh yeah. If it had been anyone else, no doubt they would have had a mountain of questions and doubts. Oh, they did. Well, no. Honestly, weirdly enough, Ava was the other one who just... No, wait, no. Well, Sola, if I remember correctly, had a... I think Sola went up for Claw, but she rather otherwise accepted it. So actually, Akari had questions. Ava was just like, okay, well, once you kind of proved it to her. Even then, she didn't ask anything beforehand. And really, Akari was the only one who questioned this shit. What? He was right in trusting that the saga would be up to the task. Alright. Really. It'd be best if she had a matching little fucking cat smile too. Now, he had to put the next course of action into motion. Unfortunately, he hadn't given this part much thought himself. It looked like you would just have to come up with something on the fly based on the fragmented memories he had of the chain of events which led to the Liberation Day massacre. According to our intel, Chigara will enter the prototype's mind stream tomorrow, during the battle for Sarah. It'll be at that moment when she receives a neural message which will brainwash her into carrying out the assassination. We must take every action to ensure that she does not enter the mind stream. Seems like a simple enough solution. From what I can remember, Chigara as she is now would be utterly incapable of killing a single insect, much less a room of people. The sole cause of Chigara's actions that day was her body being controlled by the leader of the prototypes, who we all had presumed to have died in the Nightmare Ascendant. If we were to simply prevent Chigara from being mind-controlled, the massacre would never happen. I see. So right now, she's like a sleeper agent who doesn't even realize she's a secret mission to assassinate the Alliance military leadership. Yeah, that's how it is. Understood, Captain. And I'll keep my eye on her and make sure she doesn't try to communicate with the prototypes. I'm glad. The saga? She's having a moment. All this time, I was afraid that Chigara was going to take you away forever. I thought for sure you were going to get fooled by her. I guess I wasn't giving enough credit, eh, Captain? Oh, you're giving him just right amount of credit. Alright, here's the big chance I'm waiting for. You can do it, myself. Oh. You know, this particular chapter of the game really had her go head over heels in a very dark way. I'm glad it's going a little bit back to the real Asaga in this right now, because she's a lot more fun when she's, you know, not depressed and intent on potentially murdering her best friend. This game got dark. Hey, Captain, does this mean you trust me? Asaga? Suddenly, more memories flashed by. This time, the images playing back in Shield's head didn't cause pain. Instead, they filled his heart with ease. A warm embrace. The feeling of relief when he heard her voice over the comm in that life pod. It was Asaga who had found him out there drifting in space. Even though the details were still fuzzy, he could sense that this girl loved him the most out of all the girls on board this ship. You can say that as much as you want. Akari is still my favorite. Of course I trust you, Asaga. You were always here, watching my back. What the hell is up with this sudden development? It feels like the captain totally just forgot about Chigara. Man, does this mean that he was just acting lovey-dovey before with Chigara to mess with the prototypes all this time? Oh, you sure got me good at that act. I feel like a total idiot now. Okay, and now I feel bad for a different reason, because now she assumes she was, you know, she can't win. Even when she's kind of winning here, she can't win. Yeah, that sure's a ton off my back. Hey, Captain, after all this is over, let's run off into the sunset together. Big kiss and all, just like in the movies, alright? Saga sure gotten bold, eh? Of course I have. Besides, the captain said he trusts me, right? So what's the big problem? What, you have a problem? Eh? Well, do ya? Saga. But before he could answer, Saga's feelings of klaxon sounded. The hangar crew sprang to action as the ship went into condition red. Men and women readied the riders for immediate action. Shit, I forgot. Ah, crap, got a sortie. I just confessed my love too. I just raised my own death flag. Saga looked around in a panic. Forget about that now. Captain, we better make ourselves scarce. Okay, Asaga, stay safe out there. Shion's words managed to calm Asaga down. Alright, I'll be back. With that, Claude and Shields tore away from the hangar. Shields' recollection was coming back. It was about this time when the Pack fleet advanced, choosing to launch a frontal attack using their riders to decimate the Alliance's shield cruisers, so that their battleships could whittle down the Alliance fleet from the distance using laser attacks. Everything was happening exactly the same as before. He heard Ava's voice over the shipwide intercom. All hands, battle stations, the Pack fleet is approaching our position. Oh, we can't let the crew see you in here. Claude opened a maintenance tunnel and crawled inside. In here, hurry! Despite knowing that another Kato's shield was no doubt rushing to the bridge right now, he couldn't help but feel like a pathetic coward crawling inside a maintenance tunnel to hide through the battle. No, my place is on the bridge. I have to protect everyone. Finally, his bitter senses reined in his emotions. No, he just had to leave that up to Saga and the rest of the crew. He wasn't going to protect anyone by marching into the bridge right now. Shield swallowed his pride and crawled into the maintenance shaft. Claude shut the gate, swallowing the two of them in darkness. Ellipses. All Shields could hear was the pounding of his heart. Sweat dripped down his eyebrows, tickling his nose and filling his mouth with the taste of sulfur. In a surreal moment, he heard his own voice over the intercom. All hands, prepare for entry to combat. Shortly afterwards, the dull drumbeat of the Sunrider's flat guns echoed through the tunnel. The hull creaked as shrapnel from intercepted missiles harmlessly bounced off the ship's armor. Every passing moment felt like torture. Shields had grown so accustomed to being in command, the idea of being helpless, trapped inside a hole, churned his stomach. He closed his eyes and prayed that Saga would be safe. He would always be able to see the blackjack on the battle map when things got too dicey. He would be able to order her to turn around. I never did that! Well, like, I kind of did occasionally, I guess. But what would the Kato shields on the floor of the bridge right now do? The same thing you'd do. Did he even care for her as he did? Suddenly, Ava's shrill voice in the intercom broke his thoughts. All hands, brace for impact! Shield did his best to grip the walls of the tunnel, but was still thrown completely to flatten his face against a massive shockwave. The tunnel bent and fuses burst, covering him with sparks. He knew this sensation. A hit that size could only mean that a Pack battleship's quantum torpedo had gotten past their flak net and scored a direct hit. God damn it. What the hell was that buffoon on the bridge doing? He wiped the blood off from his lips and pulled himself up. Smoke seeped in from the gate, meaning that the hallway outside was now on fire. Shields cautiously opened the gate by a sliver and peeked outside, only to come face to face with a raging inferno. Crewmen pulled flame retardant hoses from the walls and struggled to put out the fire. Shields spotted a technician lying on the floor nearby, his uniform matted with blood. The fire approached him, threatening to swallow him whole. If I jump out now, I can still save him. I have to do something, but it would mean blowing my cover. Okay, I'm going to end this episode here. But I will say, and obviously like previously, the next episode will jump immediately to anything new. But I'm going to be doing this a bit differently than I had the past couple of routes. The past two times, Actually, I think with Sola, I attempted to go quiet at first. And, and I think that eventually led to, I think that's what led to me having to shoot Chigara. Anyway, with Ava, I definitely went with the, loud route first. I'm gonna try going with the stealthy route this time, just to see what'll happen, because there's no guarantee going loud every time is gonna work. I mean, going silently with Akari, I think that was partially what led into unlocking Claude's route. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go in stealth this time. If this fails, obviously I'll go back loud, but in any case, I'll see you in the next episode. I hope you enjoyed watching this one. See you later.